switching.
So, have you put gasoline?
There's gasoline.
Okay. And so do you call it benzene?
We can add it.
So what, is it benzene or what is it?
That's benzene.
This
That one is benzene, yeah. This one benzene, this one oil.
Okay, we need benzene. Is it benzene is the same as gasoline, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's gas. You can tell.
Think enough.
That's good. And they have a gas can.
Got it.
Okay. Do you want to go over just this?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so this is the cylinder, right? And it moves very fast. Spins very fast. So generally, when you are putting plants in here, you always leave it closed. So if the machine is running, this should be closed. Don't open it when it's running.
Because
You could hurt yourself.
it's very dangerous.
Very dangerous. And see where it says rotating parts, danger. To prevent serious injury or death, keep hands clear of rotating parts. Do not put hands in feeder. Okay. So this is what threshes the plant, right? It breaks apart the pods, and the seeds, you put the, so you come over here, if you guys can see, this lever right here. So you push the plants in here, and the plant comes through here, and this is spinning, and it pulls all of the plant debris away, and the seeds fall, okay? And the seeds fall, can you see down there?
Yeah.
Yep. So they fall down into this right here. The seed will all collect in this pan right here, okay? So there's really, I guess you could think of 3 moving pieces. This is the cylinder, and then you have the fan, which is right here. You can see it better on this side. There you go. So this right here is the fan. Right? So there's a cylinder fan, right? It's round, and it has blades on it, and it moves real fast too, and it pushes air. The air pushes that way, right? So the air from the fan comes out right here, right? So the seed falls down, and the trash, pods and stems, flies out here. And it gets pushed out from the air. And you have to balance the amount of air, because you can throw seeds out, right? So you want to adjust the airflow, how much air is being pushed out.
How can I just?
You can adjust it to make sure there's a balance of seed falling, but you're not blowing it out. But it's blowing hard enough to blow the trash out, right?
So that is the indicator to balance.
Exactly.
Okay.
And usually what you see is, what you want to see, is you might see seed fall right here, but then it falls back, right? If you see seed rolling up here and falling out, it's too much air.
How do you reduce the air?
So there's really 3 adjustments that you can make. We'll start back here. I think I went the opposite the other way, and this might be make a little more sense. So you see this wing nut right here?
Okay.
You can loosen this,
Yeah.
right? And then you can move this up and down.
So that way, are we reducing the air or what?
So this is where the air is coming in. This is called the air intake.
Okay.
Right? So air will come in here, and like I said, this is the fan, this whole contraption. So when the fan is moving, the fan is pulling air into it and pushing air out that way. So this is air intake. And you can adjust how much air is coming in and out with this. So if it's all the way down like this,
It's too much.
Yeah, too much air.
well, it ought to, yes, it'll probably be too much, but that is
Depends.
maximum air intake,
Yes.
right? And then if you close it all the way like this, that's minimum air intake. And really, you won't use it like this much, you know? Normally, we have it about halfway,
Okay.
something about like that. But it will depend on how your plants are, how dry they are. And generally, you can adjust this for a season or a day, and you won't have to adjust it anymore, right? And you might have to adjust it just a few times each season. But so then you can adjust it. We'll put it like halfway, and then you tighten it.
Yeah.
Tighten that, and then you can't adjust it. So that's air intake. So then you can come over here, and you have two more. You see? You have two more right here.
Okay.
So this one adjusts this screen right here. Can you see that? You guys look down here.
Yeah.
Right here. You see how I can adjust the screen? And what this does is this, sometimes when you do the threshing, you'll get pods and the broken stems and broken pods. They'll get stuck right on the other side of this.
Okay.
So you can adjust this to clean out
For seeding.
the pods. Because if you don't, it will build up and it will reduce air from flowing out, right? So you have to be able to adjust that because over time, and also pubescence. Do you know soybean pubescence? The little hairs?
Yeah.
That'll build up in here too because it's a screen, right? It's really just protecting all that dust, debris, pods, pubescence from building up in there. So generally, we leave this a little open. So you can leave it closed all the way like that, or you can leave it open like that, right? Generally, we leave it about like that. And that way, you know, it takes a long time for things to build up enough to worry about it. So then the other one, this adjusts the air, what would you call it, outtake? Outflow. So this one adjusts the air outflow, right? So can you see this little vent right here? Can you see? So if you pull it like this, it's almost closed. Right? See, it's blocking all the air from coming out, whereas, or that way. So we generally leave it in the middle. That's letting a lot of air come out, right? So then